What's up? How are we, guys? Sorry I'm late. I got distracted in the gym. The arm pump was filthy, and yeah, I just didn't want to leave. Straight up, plain and simple. So, yeah, no, I didn't leave. I ended up banging out a fair few more sets than what I was supposed to, and I feel so much better for it. So yeah, look, I do apologise for being late, but it's a pretty good reason why. If you're going to be late for something, you might as well have an arm pump while you're doing it. But anyway. So today I've got to do all my post-workout stuff, so I'll show you what I'm doing as well. Yeah, I'll do that first. So first things first, post-workout at the moment, I'm smashing 2 scoops of these bad boys. Those Subito, EAA, BCAA electrolyte shake things that I made, which are naturally flavoured, literally the only one on the market which are naturally flavoured. I was pestering Sean Cooper, Mr. Subito, for about 2 years to make these things, and he finally did it. Absolute legend, that bloke. So yeah. Naturally flavoured, rarity. And then I'm smashing them down with approximately 440 grams of carbs coming from Jelly Babies. So here's one packet almost finished, and then here's the second packet, which is about to begin. And then I've also got 3 snags, which I forgot to eat earlier. So yeah, I'm just trying to eat a shitload at the moment, like a metric shitload. Stupid shaker's broken. Yeah, I'm literally just trying to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Because I want to get big. I actually lost weight while I was water skiing. I got leaner. As you can probably tell by my neck veins and stuff are all popping out at the moment. But yeah, I got leaner while I was water skiing. And yeah, so I've got to put on a bit more mass now, get a little bit more size, and keep growing and growing and growing. So yeah, first things first, I've got to share this in the Shred community, and then I'm going to say hello to everyone who's on here. Because we've got some pretty epic topics today. So we've got SARMs, what were the other ones? We've got SARMs, we've got how to eat like a fat person but be shredded, aka me. Because most fat shits will eat this, and I eat like that, but I'm still relatively lean. And then why people say bodybuilding comps aren't healthy, plus the Q&As that you guys, all the answers to the question which you guys are asking me, alright? So yes, as always, if you've got any questions, ask away and put them here. Callan's just said, hey James, any chance you could give me some advice on a post I put up a few minutes ago about isogenics? Mate, put it in here, write it up, type it again, and then I'll answer it. Same goes for any of you. Alright, who we got on here? Kelly, Peter, welcome. Will Taylor Steele, how are you, legend? James Patterson, good to have you on here, my man. Oh, also guys, as always, if you want to keep seeing these things, make sure you like or comment on them. Otherwise, old mate Zuckerberg is going to hide me from you, so make sure you just shoot me a like. Plus, it's good for my ego. It makes me feel special when people like my stuff, and this is how I socially validate myself. I'm kidding, by the way. I've got a very dry sense of humour. All right. Let me get into this. Movement. Man's got to grow. Oh, I got more coming on. Matty Fletcher, how are you, legend? Big Jared Robertson, Mickey Slop. And Vicky Patil, how are you, mate? Good to have you on here. Long time to speak. Alright. We've already got a good crowd. Okay. SARMs. First things first. So in the past, I've talked about SARMs a fair few times. You know, we cover quite regularly SARMs, steroids, combuterol, T3, DMP, stuff like that. All the pharmaceutical drugs which every local bikie sells in your gym, and pretty much with SARMs, my view on them has changed. In the past, I've actually ragged on SARMs. I've said, fuck, why would you bother? You know what I mean? If you're going to go out and buy SARMs, you might as well use steroids because, well, they're just going to shut you down, okay? They're going to shut you down, they're going to have the same side effects as steroids, and you're actually going to get less gains. However, just recently, I found out that SARMs are in fact still legal, alright? So they're actually legal, you can actually buy them over the counter, like heaps of sub stores sell them. And the thing with that is that that's a game changer because steroids are on the black market, and obviously shit, I'm not going to recommend you take something off the black market because, well, it's illegal, alright? So I wouldn't recommend you doing that. But considering SARMs are legal, they are now the single best legal performance enhancing drug. However, if you are competing in a WADA or a ZADA sanctioned event, alright, so any tested event, then you will not be able to take SARMs, okay, because they're still banned on the banned substances list, okay? So just because they're legal doesn't mean they're legal for doing bodybuilding competitions or competing in anything where you can get drug tested, alright? However, if you're just a lifter at a gym, you just want to get bigger, you want to get leaner, and you want to look shredded for stereo, even though, rest in peace Stereosonic, it does not exist anymore. If you want to do that and you just want a little bump up and you want something that's better than creatine, well shit yeah, go for the SARMs. I'd 100% say that. But, big but, you actually need to know what you're doing, because these things can actually have side effects if you don't use them properly. They will shut you down. This means that when you start taking SARMs, they will repress your natural testosterone production, okay? So anyone which is a true SARM, which is a select androgen receptor modulator, they will shut you down. Now the other ones like GW or aren as it's called, okay, which is actually a PPAR gamma agonist, which is different to a SARM, that won't shut you down, but that will increase your proportion of slow twitch muscle fibers, all right? So you need to be very careful on that. As for the growth hormone secretagogues or analogs, whatever they are, I can't remember which one, stuff like MK677, all right? That is not going to shut you down, but it's also not going to do a whole heap either. So it's very, very expensive for very minimal gains, all right? So yeah, I've tried the MK677 before. I had a client give it to me. He said, mate, look, I'm giving this a go. Do you want to give it a go too? I was like, yeah, why not? I'll guinea pig it on myself if you're going to take it. And yeah, I ran my bloods, nothing changed, okay? I looked at my body composition, nothing changed. It didn't have a whole heap of effect, and that was over the course of about 3 months. So yeah, that's where I'm at with them. But SARMs, look, if you're going to get an actual select androgen receptor modulator like a RAD 140 or something like that, yes, they are good to go. You just need to be super, super careful, okay? Never ever do it by yourself. Make sure that you have somebody who is an actual expert on the topic, looking after you, making sure you're good. Also make sure that you're always doing it with a doc looking after you, okay? Look, the risk of these things, realistically, is really, really minimal, but fuck man, you don't want to be the one person out of 1,000 that gets a bad side effect. I mean, how much would that suck? When studies say, oh yeah, it's 99% safe, that still means that one person out of that gets fucked up, alright? You don't want to be that one person. Don't be stupid, you know. Go out, make sure that you're safe, make sure that you're getting checked, and make sure that somebody's looking after your health. Because in the end of the day, what does gains matter if you don't have health, okay? It doesn't mean shit if you can be 6% body fat, gain 5 kilos of muscle, but feel like shit on the inside because you're so suppressed and shut down that you're not making any testosterone. Alright, for women, I'm actually not sure about the virilizing effects of using SARMs, so I can't really comment on that. That means chicks, if you take certain androgens, and perhaps certain select androgen receptor modulators, you can turn slightly masculine, get masculine effects like growth of facial hair, things that are about yay big growing to about yay big, if you know what I mean. I won't go into that one too much more. Hair loss, deepening of your voice, all stuff like that. You can get virilizing effects. I'm just not sure about how SARMs affect that, okay? So if I do get some more information when I do a bit more research, I'll let you know. But for now, I'd probably play it safe and not recommend it. Or if you're going to do it at a low dose and do it under the supervision of a doctor or somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, okay? So that is my thoughts on SARMs, all right? I don't think that they're a bad thing at all. Now that I know that they're legal, they are the single best supplement which you can use for mass gain. Okie doke. Next one. Excuse me. Oh, my shaker tastes disgusting. You know when you leave your shaker with like water in it and it's just pure water and it still turns foul? It's filth. That's what I'm dealing with right now. The amino says good, but that water's disgusting. But anyway, how to eat like a fat person but still be shredded. Okay, this is a really, really big one. So I was out with a mate the other day, and I was eating everything because I eat everything because I'm trying to eat like 5,000, 6,000 calories a day. And she was looking at me like perplexed. She was like, "What is wrong with you? Like, you eat like a fat person. You should be obese right now with the amount of shit that you eat, the amount of food that you eat." She was like, "Look, you're eating like lollies, you're eating like nuts, you're eating like chocolate, all that sort of stuff. Like, this is what a fat person eats. How on earth are you still lean?" And the thing with that is that there are a couple of main factors, but there's one that I really want to touch on, which is digestive health, alright? Now, I was talking today with my man Abdel, the squat doc. You're all very familiar with him, okay? Now, I was talking with him about it, and he was going over it. He's like, "Dude, I've just been reading up on the effects of the gut on body composition. and he's saying, man, I had no idea that the gut, the digestive system, actually regulates your energy expenditure and how much fat you hold. So he says it actually regulates stuff like insulin resistance, which tells you how well you will dispose of carbs and whether you'll partition them as fat or muscle, okay? How well you expend energy throughout the day, so how high your metabolism is, how fast it is, how many nutrients you get, okay? Your whole inflammatory response, so if you're going to look watery and puffy, you know, your testosterone levels, all these sorts of things. And I'm like, yeah, dude, no shit. That's what I've been saying for like the last 6 fucking years, okay? And that's the thing. The number one thing which allows you to eat like a fat shit but still be shredded is your digestive system. If you're looking after your digestive system, you're going to be sweet. Look at me, for example. I'm literally the perfect example of that. My last bodybuilding competition, I looked like a dog's asshole, alright? I looked absolutely terrible. I was bloated. I wasn't lean. My waist was like 33 inches, and that's on comp day, alright? On comp day. Mine's normally like 29, 30, you know? I was sloppy. It was crap. I looked absolutely terrible. But what was the difference between that and my last comp, where I got Olympia qualification points? My digestive system, okay? That was the one key thing that was different. Everything else was the same, right? My training intensity was still there. I was rack pulling 300 kilos in the lead up to that comp, and I benched my PB. I think I benched 150 in the lead up to comp. I was going hard at it, but my gut was fucked. I wasn't looking after my gut the way I should. I wasn't supplementing with neurotransmitters, okay? I wasn't making sure that every single bit of food that went in was optimal for me. I wasn't making sure that the foods which I was eating were not fermenting and causing issues within my digestive system, okay? And that is how I can now eat literally whatever I want within reason, right? So that's why I'm now chowing down on these jelly babies every single day. There is 640 grams, 640 grams of jelly babies there that I'm going to smash today. I'll tell you what, I'm going to wake up leaner tomorrow because of it. Right? That is what happens when you have a good digestive system, when everything's functioning really, really well, when you're looking after your macronutrient intake, when you're looking after your fiber intake, when you're looking after your gut microbiome, when you're looking after your neurotransmitters. That is what can do. And so I bet you're all thinking like, shit, okay, right, so James has told me now this is the key to being able to eat whatever you want while look good. So how do you do it, right? Number one, right, how do you fix your gut? Number one, you look after your neurotransmitters. You make sure that you're balanced. If you're excessively stressed, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, you know, if you can't sleep well at night, if you wake up regularly, if you wake up about 3 a.m. in the morning every single night, all right, any of those things, then you're overstressed, your neurotransmitters are out of whack, and you need to sort that shit. On top of that too, if you're waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning, your liver in general is not happy. Now it's an old Chinese thing, but you need to fix that up too. You need to make sure that you're supplementing with beta and HCl and digestive enzymes when you need it. Right? That is how you can do this. That is how you can stay lean. And they're the biggest key general tips that I can give for you guys. Now, if you want to know more than that, if you want to take it to the next level, shoot us an inbox and we'll help you out. Okay? So that is the main way that you can eat like a fat person but be shredded. Now the next one, I see a lot of people out there saying, oh, you shouldn't do a bodybuilding comp because it's unhealthy. I'm like, I'm pretty fucking healthy, alright? And I've done a lot of bodybuilding comps, and I could literally step on stage and do a bodybuilding comp at any period of the year. Like, you know, I've literally be 4 weeks out. And I look at that and I think, why would you say that? And the reason that people say that comps aren't healthy is because they're not intelligent enough. Plain and simple. Anybody who says that doing a bodybuilding comp is going to be very, very detrimental to your health, right? Like long-term health, has no idea what they're talking about, and they're a shit coach, right? I see people out there saying that if you're a female, you shouldn't do comps. So it's literally like, if you're a girl and you want abs, all right, you either choose abs or you choose your period. They're saying that if you want to get abs, you will have to lose your period. Oh my God, no, that is not the case whatsoever. Yes, some people, yes, they do. It does happen with some girls. You will get amenorrhea because you're highly, highly stressed. But if you manage that stress properly, you won't actually have those same, you know, massive declines in androgens, all right? So that is what one people say. They say, They say that bodybuilding comps aren't healthy because they're their own ineptitude. That is why, right? Bodybuilding comps, there is nothing wrong with them whatsoever, all right? Really, yes, you're going to get 4 weeks at the end of it where it's kind of tough, all right? And you're really, really grinding it out. You ask my boys right now, I get my guys ready about 6 weeks so that when they're 6 weeks out from their show, they can step on stage that day and win. So I get them ready about 6 weeks prior to it, and then I bulk them up again, and then I cut them down again. So right now my boys are going through like the toughest part of their comp. And yes, it does suck. It is fucking tough. I'm not going to bullshit you guys about that. But as far as unhealthy goes, no way in hell. You talk to any one of my clients and they'll tell you that their cognitive function is the best that it's ever been. I was actually studying to get into medicine back when I wanted to do medicine and competing at the same time. Alright, so I was doing a big comp prep. I was prepping for 20 weeks of actual dieting and then about how many weeks before then as well. But I was cutting really hard, and I was cutting into it ANSAT, the GAMSAT, which is one of the bitchiest exams that you could do, and I still ended up getting 60-something for it. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be retarded during comp prep. It's not unhealthy. In fact, it's a very good way to set in place a very healthy lifestyle where you can walk around at 6% body fat all year round. And that's the other thing too. All these fucking muppets who are saying, oh yeah, if you do a bodybuilding show, you're going to rebound after and put on heaps of fat. It's like, what? Have you looked at any of my clients? Have you looked at any of them? I mean, you take a look at my guys and my girls, and they're lean all year round, and that's how it should be. You should never, ever have a big fat rebound after a comp, right? Never, ever. You shouldn't ruin your metabolism, okay? If you're a good coach and you're looking after your clients, you will never have a client who has a ruined metabolism. Plain and simple, okay? You will not have hormones which are all over the place. Yes, at the end of it, they might get slightly misaligned because you're very bloody stressed because you're doing a comp prep and it's tough, alright? You know, you expect that, but they're not going to be permanently damaged, alright? You're not going to absolutely ruin your cognitive function, alright? So there's nothing unhealthy about a comp prep, but there's a lot that's unhealthy about a shit coach, alright? And there are a lot of them out there. So anyway, that's what I wanted to go over today. So there's the SARMs, how to eat like a fat person, be shredded, and why people say bodybuilding comps aren't healthy, because they're fucking idiots, alright? Let's get into the Q&A. If you want any questions answered, ask away. Now, Callan's just asked up, what did you say? Alright, Callan's just said, essentially my sister gave me an Isagenix 30-day fat loss package for free. Mate, she's actually fucking stitched you up because that's going to cost you more in your health than the freeness. But anyway, he said, so considering that it's free, I'm very tempted to use it. I'm struggling to lose the last 6 kgs in my gut, and I've heard great things about Isagenix. Any advice? Who the fuck has told you great things about Isagenix? Bruh, Isagenix. No, mate, they're evil. I'll tell you what Isagenix do. They tell you to drink their shakes and eat 2 parts of fuck all, alright? Now, if you look at anybody who starves themselves, they get lean. They get very lean, but they also get very unhealthy. And you know the other thing about people who starve themselves is that when they stop starving themselves, they get fat. So you might lose a couple of kgs very quickly because you'll lose a lot of glycogen, you'll lose a lot of water, probably lose a fair bit of muscle too, and you'll lose some fat in there, alright? You will lose some weight. But then, when you start eating normally again, you'll have your first taste of carbs, and then bang, you'll put on 2 kilos overnight because you've had 500 grams of carbs, you've stored 2 kilos of water, alright? And you're fucked. You've immediately just gone bang, straight back up on the scale, alright? I would not recommend doing it whatsoever. Your sister, I'm sure she's been an absolute gem. She's like, look, I'm here to help you out, you know, have a nudge of this. But unfortunately, she's been misled by the sleazy marketing of Isagenix. Okay? Who we got on here? Alex D, Al, Andy, Mitch, Mars, Benny Ainsworth, one. James Patterson. Here we go, the big fellow himself. James just asked, in your opinion, what is the worst food for fat gain and what is your favourite carb for good gut health? The worst food for fat gain. Look, I'm not going to give you a worst food. I'm going to give you a worst food group. That's going to be gluten. Alright? If you really want to fuck yourself up and make yourself fat, eat more gluten. Okay? The reason for this is because it damages your intestines. It's shown to actually, you know, the gliadin proteins are shown to actually pry apart your intestines, cause high levels of inflammation, ruin your digestive health, ruin your hormones, change your gut microbiome, okay? And then also on top of that too, it actually interacts with a little valve which sits down here called the ileocecal valve, and it's meant to actually stop it shut, so you get higher levels of small intestine bacterial overgrowth. So yeah, there's gluten, that's the number one thing. And what is my favourite carb for good gut health? Man, any carbs are good for gut health if they work for you. Alright, here I am chowing down jelly babies. Now, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have been seen dead doing this. But, mate, the thing is, it doesn't really matter as long as it works for you. Everyone's going to be different, okay? But depending on your digestive health at the time, right, you'll be able to digest foods differently. You just need to make sure that you're constantly reassessing. And that is one thing I'm bringing out for all my clients as well. As part of this new migration, this new upgrade to our new software, I'm actually going to be giving you guys a free course. So everyone who signs up with me, I'm going to be giving you a very big, long, detailed course on all the basics you need to know about lifting. Because there is so much bullshit out there that you guys are swamped with misinformation. And for everyone who trains with me, I'm going to hook you up with this for free, alright? Something I normally sell for about $1,000. So yeah, I'm going to hook you all up with that for free, so that you know how to maintain good health, gut health, how to know that your gut health is off, you know, how to optimize your hormones, all those sorts of things. Hemi's just asked, SARMs, are they good or bad? Mate, rewatch through the start, but yeah, as far as illegal supplements for muscle gain go, SARMs are great. Courtney Hay. Courtney's just asked, probably totally off topic, but I asked last week about something you mentioned last week, about you developing sleep apnea. I was wondering if you could explain how this could occur since you live such a healthy lifestyle. Courtney, I don't have sleep apnea, but I want sleep apnea because I want to be so fucking big that I choke and splutter in my own sleep. Alright, that is it. I don't actually have sleep apnea. I'm not fat. I just want to put on a serious amount of muscle mass so that my chest is that big that it actually chokes me. Alright? And it's a bit of a joke too. So yeah, no, I don't have sleep apnea, but I wish I did, and I'd be proud as punch if I did. Who else we got? Lee Harris, Andres, welcome. Dylan Porter, how are you, legend? Georgie Fay. Peter Williams agrees with me about isogenics. Christopher Anker, Georgie Bishop, Damon, Big Matty Lynette, Cade saying, do you always take on online clients? Well, yeah, it's kind of my job, bro. Like, that's what I do. I train people online, make them shredded, make them healthy, do a bit of anti-aging stuff. Yeah, I kind of like clients because it allows me to eat jelly babies. What we got here? Chris Anker. Hey mate, sorry for not being on with the program. I did my back doing deadlifts. I try to watch and learn, but I've done lower back damage. I'm okay, but I'm really nervous doing them all part of the other program. Cheers, mate. Mate, if you have done your back doing deadlifts, alright, you just need to get someone to teach you how to do it properly. That's going to be part of another section of JCF that we're actually going to bring out, which is going to show you how to optimize your form. Eventually, on top of that too, I want to bring out like an AI PT, like an artificial intelligence PT, who can actually watch you and comment on your form in real time, alright? That's going to be really fucking cool. Because the thing that a lot of PTs have issues with is that they're fucking dumb, like really dumb, and don't know how to show you good form, alright? So yeah, that's one thing that we are going to bring out so that you will never, ever have issues again. Alright? Oh, another question too. I've been getting heaps and heaps of things coming back to me about my hernia and what happened with all that jazz. So pretty much what I did, I think I was deadlifting, a little bit too heavy, standard, cheeky. And what I did is I actually ruptured my belly button, like split it a little bit. And then when I split it, it actually got infected, and then the infection got in my midsection. So I didn't have a hernia, thank God, even though it looked exactly like a hernia. And there was a little bit of my belly button protruding, but it's actually gone back in, and I'm all good now. Right? So yeah, so there's the update with that. Today I was lifting sweep. I was pressing the 50s, like for about 10 reps. I was bent over rowing 140 on the Smith machine. So yeah, it's pretty good right now. Oh, there we go. Sammy Restifo. GABA versus melatonin for improving sleep quality. Find GABA doesn't make me lethargic in the morning like melatonin. Alrighty, this is a really good one. So, if you take a sleeping supplement, not like an artificial sleeping pill, but just like a sleeping supplement, like a bit of phenibut, melatonin, GABA, 5-HTP, rhodiola, stuff like that, and you take them in a moderate dose, and then you wake up the next morning feeling really lethargic, you're GABA deficient, straight up. That is one thing that I've identified. Nobody else does this, but one thing that I've found, that every single person who is deficient in inhibitory neurotransmitters and is too far into fight or flight all the time, that is what happens to you. You stop responding well to the GABA and the melatonin, and you start, feeling really lethargic the next day. What you need to do here is, if that is you, you need to make sure that you are sleeping better, sleeping for longer, all right, and you catch up on that. You need to pay your sleep debt. You can't constantly just push through. Sammy, I know you're a hard worker, mate. You never stop. You're a bloody, go man. But you do need to take some time to sleep up, rest up, and recover. Alrighty? Joshy Bishop. Hey bro, I'm holding weight still in my gut. I'm seeing gains everywhere else, but midsection is being stubborn. Any tips on what to cut out of my diet or anything to get rid of it at all? Mate, we just need to cut you harder. That is it. That is plain and simple. We need to cut you harder, drop your calories down, get you leaner, optimize everything, and yeah, that is what you need to do. Guys, if you're holding stubborn body fat, particularly around here, right, the first port of call for you is to optimize your gut health. Now, Joshy, I'm pretty sure your gut health is quite good right now. Maybe we could do a few more tests on it and optimize it further. Second thing after that is you should look to reduce your calorie intake. All right, so drop it down and just cut harder and push on. A lot of people, that just holds body fat there, stubborn body fat, because you've been so stressed for so long. You've changed the adrenoceptors in there, so you've changed the fat burning stuff. You don't have as good blood flow to that area, okay? All those sorts of things are going against you, all right? What you need to do is you need to just work your ass off, get rid of that fat, mobilize that fat, and as soon as you mobilize it, it then becomes easier to lose later on, all right? So that's what we're going to do with you then. Harry Orr, hey bro, what are your top tips, my top picks for neurotransmitter stimulant and relaxant SARMs? Man, as far as stimulants go, theocrine and caffeine are the two best ones, by far. Modafinil, if you're a high functioner and you can monitor it. I do that in my anti-aging course. I wouldn't recommend you just go out and buy modafinil unless you actually know about it. But it is pretty fucking legit, I'll tell you that. That stuff is fantastic. Relaxant subs. For relaxation, for chilling out, 5-HTP, GABA, rhodiola, theanine, they're all pretty good. Right? They're my top picks. I'm going to send you that program as well. I was thinking about it just today. Petey Williams, how are you, legend? One of my advanced guys. Hey dude, I watched some of your vids prior to signing up, and you mentioned how deadlifts are something you can implement every day to gain size. Can you explain a bit more how you do this without killing your back, and also do you mix it up day-to-day variations, i.e. sumo, snatch grip, etc.? Mate, your deadlift should never kill your back. If you are killing your back doing deadlifts, you're doing them wrong. You need to fix them up, okay? The easiest ways to fix them up are, number one, fix your digestive health. When your gut gets fucked up, you lose your brace, and you can't brace properly, and then it puts all the pressure on the lower back because you start curling over like this, okay? Turns off, when your gut's messed up, bloats out, anterior pelvic tilt, turns off your glutes, turns on your QLs, you get back pain, and then you often get a twisted pelvis, which sets you up for a slip disc, okay? So number one, fix your gut health. Number two, work on your glute activation. Number three, just get somebody to show you how to hold the bar properly and do it. That is what you need to do. As far as deadlifting all the time, do I mix up with variations? Yeah, sometimes, but it's not really that necessary to do so. If you're wearing straps, you generally won't neurologically overload yourself, so you'll still be good to go. Right? I will quite happily quick grip deadlift every single day. In fact, I was in there today and I was pissed off because some old bird, God bless her, good on her for deadlifting, but she was there and she literally was on the deadlifting platform for like an hour and she was talking shit for most of it, and it really irritated me. But yeah, anyway, there's my little rant for the day. Don't fucking talk on the deadlifting platform. Disrespectful. Anthony, bro, what's your opinion on quick microwave veggies? Fantastic, bro. Go for it. Is bloating during bulking normal? No, it's not. Do I look very bloated to you right now? Not at all. Liam Murphy, hey bro, since the new program, I always wake up during the night needing to take a piss. I'm not stressed and even cut off my intake 2 hours before bed but still wake up. Any tips? Man, this is a really weird one, okay? So, one thing I've found purely by observation is that people who have formerly been stressed and then start becoming unstressed and unwinding, right? As a part of the loss of stress, their bladder relaxes during the night after you've taken all the sleep shakes and all those sorts of things, and then you end up having to piss roughly about 6 hours later. It's 3 and 6 hours later is most common. So what you do there is you actually shuffle your before bed supplements back a little bit earlier, if that's you, okay? Shuffle them all back, and generally that starts to alleviate it. The other thing you can do is you can actually give yourself like a little massage in your abdomen and around your bladder. You'll often find the need to piss then. You go to the toilet and you won't wake up during the night. So it's still a stress thing even though you're not stressed anymore. It can actually be even just like an unwinding part thing. Really, really weird, and that's all I can put it down to. Darren Lee, difference between upward rows and high pulls, or is it basically the same exercise with different names? Pretty much, man. Pretty much the same exercise, different names. Andy Glayer, is one large pizza a week okay if you're eating clean for the remainder of the week? Not really, it's pretty shit, man. Go gluten-free, dairy-free, and it'll be fine. But other than that, I wouldn't waste your time out. How bad do you want the results? No? If you've got a good gut and shit, yeah, go for it. Gluten-free, dairy-free pizza, that's fine. You still got to look at your calories throughout the whole week. Okay. Paul Curry, how are you, legend? One of my favourite clients, this bloke. Thoughts on doing extra lifts? I get something, I don't know what you said. I get something on rest days, and when I finish work early and work out earlier, I find I want to lift more. Mate, if you're on my programs and you want to lift more, you're not lifting hard enough, okay? I tell you what, I do my programs and I die, alright? Everyone does my programs and they die, alright? Do it with all the boys, Clint, Woodsy, Joel, Kimmy, alright? All of our elites, and they do our programs, and they're literally waiting to go to sleep afterwards. They're begging for their rest days. You should be lifting harder, mate, lift the intensity, and then you should be thankful that you get 1 to 2 rest days every single week on every single program, okay? That is how it should be. Alright? On that note, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going to go finish the rest of these bad boys and some snakes, add some more of these BCAAs and whatnot. But if you need any more questions, ask away, okay? Ask away. If you want to get bigger and you're not already training with us, shoot us a message and we'll help you out. We'll make you fucking jacked, alright? We'll make you leaner. If you want to learn about SARMs or anything like that, we do that too for our advanced clients as well. So if you need anything, shoot us an inbox, alright? And yeah, get big with us and learn how to eat like a fat shit and look lean. On that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. It's a pleasure as always. I'll see you next time. Enjoy your night.